Hey, good morning. We're going to have a little couch chat today to kind of go through what's going on in the industry with your home and auto insurance. We as agents are hearing so many questions, and I thought this would be a really great time to walk you through what's going on. This doesn't just affect California and Florida and Louisiana and Texas. This affects everyone, and rates suck right now. But I don't have great news. The rates are going to get worse. So I wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of walk through what's going on right now. The landscape is changing so fast. And companies are just trying to make ends meet. And I'm not going to sit here and boo-hoo the insurance companies, because insurance companies have made millions and millions and millions and trillions of dollars for years and years and years, and now they're not, and they're freaking out. So the carriers are really just hitting the brakes on new policies. I've even had carriers reach out and said that they don't want new business at all. So some of them are putting full stops, not just pauses, like full stops to issuing new policies. Carriers are merging. There's carriers pulling out of states. There's carriers who are just getting out of the business altogether, getting out of the market. So what's going on? Why is all of this happening? So I wanted to kind of break down what this means for you guys, and give you a little bit of tips on how to help navigate this. So big thing, number one, there's going to be new rules and new realities for everyone for home and auto insurance. Some carriers are coming out and saying, hey, you have to pay your policy in full. There's carriers coming out saying that they're going to put a 30 or between 20 and 30 day hold on new applications, so there will be no claims during that time. Some are tweaking their underwriting requirements, giving giving favorability to those who don't have claims. So if you have past claims, some carriers now are going to come in and say, we don't even want your business. Most carriers are not going to backdate and reinstate coverages. So if you get nothing out of this video, get this: do not ever let your policy lapse, ever. If you let that policy lapse, it gives the carrier every right to just tell you to go away. And then you're going to have a hard time getting more coverage from somebody else, because if they change their underwriting rules, then it's going to say that if there's a lapse in coverage, that they won't even allow you in. So big thing, don't ever, ever let your policy lapse. The next biggest thing is going to be the price surges. If you haven't seen this yet, it's coming. Most carriers are going to be taking, or have already taken rate. They're going to take more rate, and then they're going to take more rate again. If you haven't seen your policy double or triple, just wait, it's coming. Carriers are going to be charging more for insurance across the board. Some reasons kind of behind that is, it's obvious. Everybody blames everything on COVID, but the cost of rebuilding homes is going up because of the cost of materials. There's been the repair costs have increased because there's not enough workforce. So the companies who are repairing your vehicles are charging more to repair it. Also, the technology has changed. Think about the technology that we have in our cars now versus 5 years ago. And the cost to change those, to repair those cars have significantly increased, because it's more expensive to repair those cars that have a lot of that technology in it. Another big reason is medical. The medical care is huge. And sometimes we forget about that our insurance policies cover medical. But if you hit someone and you cause physical damage to them, your policy pays those medical bills. And since the cost of medical has skyrocketed, that gets back to you. Also, look at like the rental car industry. Has anyone tried to get a rental car lately? Like, there's no rental cars. But back in the day when I first started driving, you could get a rental car for like $13 a day. Now you're lucky to find it for $100 a day. So remember, the insurance company pays for that. So if you have rental car reimbursement, they're paying that cost. So they just went up, from $13 a day to $100 a day, they're losing money on that. So all of these factors go into play here. And the companies aren't making as much money. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're not making any money, because we know damn well that they're making money. They're just not making as much as they're used to. So that's why this is all happening. So some tips. I wrote a few tips down for you on how to navigate and how to help this. But the bottom line is you're going to pay more, period. It doesn't matter what carrier you're with. Every single carrier is changing. Every single carrier is taking rate. Every single carrier is trying to navigate these changing times. So don't think just because you're with one carrier versus another carrier that you're immune to this. You absolutely are not. So some tips. I'm going to read a few of them off my sheet here. So considering higher deductibles. If you want to save some funds, look at maybe raising your deductible. If you have a $250 deductible or a $500 deductible, maybe look at putting that at $1,000. If you're not going to put in a claim for $250, why do you have a $250 deductible? Save a few bucks there and raise your deductible. Same thing on your home. If you have a $1,000 deductible on your home, and you know if you have a claim for $1,000 that you're not going to submit it, why do you have that deductible so low? So talk to your agent about maybe increasing those deductibles. Safe driving telematics. I know Big Brother's watching, right? Everybody hates this, but most carriers will give you a huge discount if you put telematics onto your policy. Some carriers have a little device that you can put into your car. Some carriers use an app. Some carriers give you like several $100s off a month if you do the telematics. So don't know what your stance is on that, if you like Big Brother watching or not watching, but that could definitely save you some money. Look at your discounts. Talk to your agent and make sure that you're getting all of the discounts that you can. Look at maybe bundling your home and auto, or look at maybe doing your home, auto, and your toys together. Not always, most of the time, bundling is better for you. There are incidents where if you pull them apart, it's better financially, but most of the time, bundling does save you some money. Driving safely. Stop getting tickets. Stop speeding. That will definitely help. Every time you get a ticket or a violation, it does affect your tiering. So that does affect your rate. So drive safely. Don't get in accidents. Even if it's like a hit and run, sometimes that could affect your tiering. So if it's a small ding, a couple $100, don't turn it in. Eat it. It's worth it in the end if you don't put that policy or put that claim in. Sometimes if it's small, it's just better to eat it. I guess the other thing is be kind to your agent. We don't control the rates. I wish we did, and I would love to give everybody the cheapest rate possible, but we don't control the rates. My agency is a brokerage firm, so we shop them for you, and we do look to find you the best rates. But when your carrier increases your rate, it's not our fault. We don't control that. So definitely be kind to your agent. We are here for you. We are looking out for your best interest. We are looking for the best policy out there for you, but that also means the best coverage for you. That doesn't mean always the best price for you. We definitely look for the best price, but we want the best price and the best coverage. Here at Ashlin Hadden Insurance, we're not going to sell you a policy that doesn't cover what you need to cover. So you might find a policy online, with one of these, online carriers that is a little bit cheaper, but definitely make sure that you are looking at the coverages. They're not looking for coverages, they're looking for price. So you might buy a policy that's cheaper, but doesn't have as much coverage. So definitely make sure that you talk to your agent. We're here to help you through these changing times. Never ever hesitate to reach out to us. Ask questions if you're with another broker and you just want to say, "Hey, Ashlin, not sure if I've got the right coverage. I'm not sure if I've got the right price. Can you check it out?" Please feel free to let us know. We're here to help. So, little doom and gloom, but I promise we're here to help. If you have questions, please reach out to us. And thank you so much for being part of our family. Have a great day.